All right. There we go. Thanks for coming in. Welcome if you're here for the first time. Sweet pea, nice to have you here again. Oops, it was a bit like blown out. Let's get that picture back. It's like going... Okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my picture back. It was a bit too blown for a second there. It's coming back in, I think. Yes, maybe. There we go. Excuse my gyration in front of the camera. Donna, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining me. Doing an afternoon scope. I'm trying to move the camera so it resets properly, because right now it's doing this. Do it that way? That works a bit better. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to get less blown out in the picture, so here we go. Welcome to my Thursday Love Scope. This is Thankful Thursdays. And thanks for showing this out. Appreciate that, Donna, as always. And for anybody else coming in, I always request 4 things from you. One is to make sure you're following me on Periscope, so you can tap the little guy in the corner, or you can swipe right or up on your phone, depending which phone you have. Tap follow me. Second thing is please share this out on Periscope so you can get your friends to come and check this out too. Third, share on Twitter because your followers want to know about this as well. And fourth, please tap the screen and give lots of hearts. And also share. Actually, that should be 5 things now. I may need to edit my list from 4 to 5. Oh well, c'est la vie. Welcome to my scope, and thanks for joining me. My name is Barry Selby. I am known as the Love Doctor. And today's topic is going to be interesting, I hope. I always wonder how these things come out, because I just start talking and stuff comes out and we interact and people get results. I am a number one best-selling author, and I know that Donna's going to put up the link for my book, 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. Is a book for men and women, couples, singles, gay and straight. Lots of good stuff in here in physical form. It's on ebook on my website, and it's also... hey, Catherine, just saw you pop in. Nice to see you here. It's on, say, this book is on Amazon. It's also on my website. Thank you, Donna. You're right there. I love it. In physical form, it's also available on website in physical and ebook form, and Kindle as well. I am a relationship expert, still playing with titles. I was talking on a mastermind meeting today about the label, the word coach, because there's coaches springing up everywhere. And this is not part of what I want to talk about. Guru, thank you. I like that one. I like to say expert. That sounds a little bit less overt than guru, but thank you for that, Catherine. And frankly, I was a bit of a rant in a mastermind group about the fact there's coaches stepping up everywhere. And the thing is, a coach technically is someone who basically has a roadmap that takes you from A to Z. They are advertised. Most of them are life coaches, which is really vague. And it's you're going to go from A to B, you get hopefully some steps. But if you don't fit those steps, it doesn't work for you. I'm not a coach. A lot of my work involves healing and heart work, as well as helping my clients create vision and manifest what they want to attract in relationships. And that's what brought up today's topic for me. Shepherd. That's an interesting word. I know about one. Nice one. So the topic today, as you see in the title, is that we all want the same thing, just different ways. And what I mean by that, which is usually what I say in my scopes, is that men and women do want the same thing, which is love, which is relationship, which is connection, which is intimacy. Well, some want intimacy, some don't know what that is. It means they want to feel safe or sacred or held or whatever those words are. But you're on the same thing. However, we want different ways. The reason it's come up is because I'm laying out the map for a new program launch. Actually, it's 2 new programs, one for men, one for women. And they're going to have different names and different content slightly. But a lot of it's the same, because I realized we do want the same thing, and how we get there is a similar way, in large part. And I just wanted to say that that makes my job a lot easier, so I'm thankful for that, hence it's Thankful Thursday. That in running this program, I only have to change a few things to get the male version versus the female version of the program. Yes, I'm going to relabel them differently because they have different names, because they approach differently. In fact, the working titles, just so you know what they're about. They're really, it's a 7 module, 7 key video series, video program. It'll be online next week. Because Monday's my birthday, so I wanted to launch it as a birthday sale, as a pre-launch next week. And there's one for women, one for men, one for women. And the one for women is something along the lines of 7 surprising ways to manifest your soulmate. Thank you, Catherine. Yes. But the men's version is going to be How to Win Your Dream Woman. It's such a different title. Same actual content, but the perspective is different. And I just want to recognize and I guess appreciate the differences we have, men and women do, to really be, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, sorry, I'm just watching something. I'm just watching some spam emails hit my account, which is really annoying. Um, Actually, let's go back and do that again. What I'm aware of is that there's such a perfection to the differences, to the way we see things, attract things, what we're attracted to, and how we're attracted, because it's something that I really find is, what's I'm looking for? Simple. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to find a way to articulate this. I just became very aware of this when I was writing these notes out for these programs, that we're all pretty similar. Like, duh. And it's not going to be necessarily a very high content scope. So if you have stuff you want to add or comment, please do. I just want to voice this, that even though I'm going to be labeling this and packaging it and decorating these two programs differently, the videos will probably be, for the large part, the same for both genders. Because what I'm teaching is not that unique. And it just sort of like hit me. It's like, oh, duh. You know, for men and women, a large part of our work is similar. In the programs I'm creating, the steps that I'm putting out in both programs work for both genders because we both work the same way, with a few minor differences, which is probably not surprising to you. The outcome is the same, but the journey or the experience is slightly different. Exactly, Catherine. It's very true. And so, by creating this program, and this is the first time, to be honest, I've created a men's version of any programs I've done. The programs I create are all for women, because most of my clients are women, my coaching clients and my program clients. But I have also worked occasionally with couples, and some men have been asking to work with me. So I've had to think about consciously creating product, program, content that will speak to men in a men's way they get value from it. The real difference is explain to men how women think and act and feel, and explain to women how men think, act, and feel, which is really the difference of communication, and that's something that I specialize in because it's part of my work. So it's just become profoundly obvious and profoundly basically entertaining in a way. It's like, oh, okay, that's the way we are. So, you know, it's just I'm sorry the scope isn't like totally blowing you away. This is not one of my deeper ones. I will be on tonight for the Perry 10K share. Perry 10K. Excuse me. That was earlier. That was the mastermind I was on. Sorry, I was on a Blab mastermind. Then I had an interview, not an interview, but a conversation about some work I'm going to work with a bigger audience. But I will be doing the Perry Dudes Pass the Cast tonight. Thank you, Donna, for the humor. Thank you. I appreciate that. So that'll be at 7:45 p.m. tonight, by the way. So many scopes going on, and this is only going to be 2 scopes today. Tuesday was 4. That was the big day. Yeah, Perry Dudes, Catherine. If you don't know about Perry Girls, you might want to check that out. There's another group I belong to. Perry Dudes. Perry Girls is a sister organization to Perry Dudes, and Perry Girls. Oh, you do? Okay, cool. I figured you might, because you're all hooked up that way. And Dawn is one of the leaders in Perry Girls, which is why she's so on it, and also such a great supporter for me, which I appreciate by putting all the links so easily. So I will be on tonight in 2 3/4 hours to do. It's the lead. I'm actually leading tonight, hosting the Perry Dudes Pass the Cast, and we're talking about when is the right time to complain. I'm going to put a spin on that right off the get-go because that's not how I want to speak. So you want to join me on that? That's 7:45 p.m. Pacific time tonight. Anyway, back to this one. Really, just wanted to express this gratitude for the fact that I can speak to both men and women in my work, even though my work has primarily been with women. There is a men's part of it that's starting to come more clear, more specific. So, being able to explain is expansion, yeah, absolutely. In fact, I'm being included in some interesting publications coming up, it seems, as well, which is kind of fun. And a possible, well, I'm speaking at an event next weekend in LA. I emailed my list about that, and I will be, I think I'm actually on a panel discussion, which is good because it's a chance to reach a new audience and new people. And so I'm very thankful for Periscope because it's really, as I was sharing with a friend of mine this morning who hasn't done Periscope yet, if I can, I will. I'm going to find out if they'll let me do it. I'm going to check because it's not my venue. But if I can, I will, absolutely. But I was speaking to a friend of mine this morning who is a newbie to Periscope. She looked at it and was like, nah, not interested, and did it a couple of times and put it down like I did. But I started explaining to her about, as a speaker, how Periscope is an incredibly wonderful avenue to practice, to explore and experiment, to also share and see how it lands, but also how to really tap in. Because for me, what I found with my Periscope broadcast, having done 330 something now, I've really found that new content comes through more easily. I'm noticing that when I'm doing my scopes, there's deeper content coming out because it seems like I've cleared out I've cleared out the channels, as it were, for more stuff to come through, which has been really fun, and sometimes kind of scary. It's like, where did that come from? Which is cool. So yeah, I'm definitely finding a value in Periscope as a method to practice being a speaker. Plus, with the interaction, I can work with a live audience more easily because of the interaction on the comments and the hearts. When it goes quiet, when people join in or jump in, people comment or a troll show up, it's good practice. it's toughening me up, as it were, for speaking on stage. So, as a sidebar from what I was talking about earlier, Periscope I find I'm very grateful for the opportunity to speak on Periscope. You know, exactly, Donnie. Yeah, I do get to test things out and try things out and experiment, and it's stuff that didn't come through before. And people live can help lead you to other ideas. Yes, that's something I like a lot about this too. There's such a nice what's what I'm looking for? There's such a nice, I want to say safety net, but there's such a nice, Julie, I haven't seen you for a while, nice to have you in my scope. There's such a nice safe environment in a way, because it is a small environment. I mean, there's 3 people watching live right now, and you 3 are all people I know, which is kind of cool. You look like you finished your sentences. And that's what I like about it. It does have this place of sense of being able to communicate and explore and try things out, which is cool. Anyway, that was totally off track. I mean, this really was about the way men and women are attracted to a relationship and to each other. I believe, as much as I see the error in approach, they're true. So, and you have normally someone that knows you and can beat up trolls or keep convo going. I've actually found lately some of the trolls that I've seen have actually been manageable. Confronting them, or not so much confronting them, but more about addressing them. Something that Michael Cinquino, who's in the Perry 10K group with me and Catherine, did, which I thought was great, and I think he's in Perry Dudes now as well. He shared on one of his scopes, I saw him do the other day, that he says, and I agree with him totally, and I appreciate this too, is that I feel that what I'm on the scope, when you're watching my scope, I'm using your time. I bought your time to watch me. So if I'm not providing something of value, that's a waste of your time, and it's not service to you. But the other thing is, when trolls come into my room, and Michael said when they come into his room, what he says is like, that's your time you're wasting, not mine. Thanks for coming to my scope. You want to throw things at the wall, go for it. But if you're wasting your time doing that, you might want to go somewhere else, and they leave. I'm like, that's a cool way of dealing with them. And I've had scopes before, and in fact, I had a couple of guys, apparently guys, and we can tell from the scopes, become abusive in the scopes, especially when it was Perry Dudes scopes. And part of me goes, that is exactly the point. Why we built the Perry Dudes group is because we're bringing men into the group who want to grow, who want to man up and stop being machismo bullshit artists attempting to control stuff that's not theirs to control. That was a vent, I guess. But that's kind of what I was feeling. Bob's crap? Oh, yeah. As in, show you your bobs? Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm totally off tangent now, which is fine, because you're in the room and you know what I've already talked about, so I don't need to repeat that. But I guess I'm just feeling the desire to share it this way, so that's really it, I think. I think so, yeah. So again, I am launching programs next week. I may do some scopes on it over the weekend, we'll see. I've got some busy things coming up this weekend, and I will be definitely scoping about it during next week, because I'm doing the pre-launch, or I should say thank you, Eric, yes. I'm definitely going to be sharing the pre-launch, or the birthday sale next week for this program. They're 2 programs. For the replay viewers, Donna, you're way ahead of me now. You're jumping ahead of my... Thank you. Yes. For those people seeking help in their relationship, if they're single and not sure how to approach it the right way, men or women, they can go to my babam, exactly, Catherine, your favorite. I was sharing something today, that's your favorite quote is babam. That I'm definitely inviting a few more clients. I've got some clients now who are rocking and loving them. And this is for those who haven't joined yet. They can come in and join my scopes. So that's it. I think I'm done because it didn't feel like a lot of juice. So I actually wanted to do a scope to do one today. I hadn't done one today yet and felt the pull to do something. Hope there's some value in this. If you just joined the scope, please watch the replay. And if you are interested in finding more about my work, Donna did put up the link earlier. Just go to barryselby.com/consult and we can talk about it. That is really it. That's a kind of a short scope. So, oh, thank you. You're back. Catherine, you're on it. You're way back at the link. Shepherd, guide, guru. You mentioned those, yes. I talked about being, the way I describe myself as people asking is I'm a number one best-selling author, because I am. My book is number one bestseller. So number one best-selling author, speaker, and relationship expert. Seems like a safe way of describing it, because being a coach, I do have coaching clients, but I feel more, thank you Donna once again, for that up. I do feel more pulled to working, speaking, teaching, inspiring with larger groups versus one-on-one. So I love my individual clients, but working with groups is more bang for the buck, and it's more valuable use of my time, because if I can speak the same thing to 20 people or 100 people versus one person and they get the value, that's time well served. So, all right, so that's it. I mean, I'm just rambling now. So I don't want to waste any more of your time. So what is the word for someone who, I got a headache on that one. Someone who what? What is the word for someone who, what are you writing, Catherine? Okay, a bit more of a sentence coming out this time, I think. Likes fine clothes and buys them for you. A personal shopper, I think. Isn't that what you call them? Is that what you're looking? Is that the answer you're looking for? I mean, concierge. That might be a better word. Yeah, Donna's got a better word for that. Concierge, maybe. Yeah. But like, ooh, what is the word? What is the word? What is the word? Okay, is that the answer you wanted, Catherine, or do you? Okay, good. I want to be sure, because I don't want to drop out the scope when you're in the middle of having a conversation with each other and trying to find out this very important information. So the concierge, yeah. Oh, you're thinking about using that as my term. That's too French. The concierge, love concierge. Ooh, that's an interesting. Love. I know. If I look at the meaning of concierge, what love concierge would mean. I'll take it out, because it's something that could be. Yeah, Englishman using a French word. I mean, I did learn a little bit of French, but I was more German speaker in school than French. And the English and French have had rivalry since, was it Agincourt, to be blunt. Hey, yeah, Catherine, please, message me on Facebook if you come up with any ideas. I do appreciate that. If you're brainstorming, I like that. The British and French have a rivalry since Agincourt. Agincourt was when the English longbows and the French crossbows met. And bottom line is, the longbows won. And that's the English. French had crossbows, the English had longbows. Anyway, so not so good for you? What do you mean? No, I'm English. We had the longbows, so we won. Oh, we need more something in English. Yeah, someone was saying about what they're calling it. See, the English titles are interesting too. So, Catherine, I'll leave it in your hands. I'm not going to stay on the scope for that. If you come up with something, if you want to email me, message me over Facebook, please do. I welcome it. Because I'm really getting clear. I need to open up for support, for inspiration, for ideas. So I'm putting that out too. So anybody in the replay watching this who has ideas, please direct a message me over Twitter, or if you're friends on mine on Facebook, message me there, please too. All right, cool. Okay, I got value out of that. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that, and thank you, Donna, for always being a support. I appreciate that a lot. I'm going to sign off because I'm about done, and I'm going to grab a bite to eat before I get to past the cast in a couple of hours. So thanks for watching, and have a great evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll be back on again later on tonight. Sorry guys, you're just coming in late to the scope. We'll go back and watch the replay if you want to catch this. I am signing off. So thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, folks, and I'll be back again later on. See ya. Oh, good. All right. Take care of yourselves. Bye.